Hello and welcome back to the Big Pop Podcast. I'm your host, Sully, aka Kayfabe Crimes, and I am joined, as always, with the ever lovely Nuv. Nuv, today we are going to be talking about evolution,
Evolution is a mystery.
the pay-per-view. WWE are running an Evolution pay-per-view this Sunday, as of me recording this. I definitely know the date. I can definitely count 4 days forward from the day we're recording. And we just want to, we're going to be talking about, what do we think about Evolution as a pay-per-view? Is it, a good idea? How WWE has been treating it in the build-up? We've got a lot of things to think about. So, I'm going to throw you in the deep end. What are your just cursory thoughts on Evolution?
Yeah, so my overall thoughts are that the idea of an all women's PLE, this is the second time they're doing it,
Hmm.
uh, is inherently a good thing, uh, based on the history of WWE and professional wrestling as a sport in general,
Hmm.
where most of the time and most promotions don't feature or haven't featured the women in in a significant way.
Yep.
And what ends up happening, and we still see it to this day, is the women get two, maybe three segments on a weekly show. Uh Maybe two, usually one match on a WWE PLE now because there's only
Yeah.
four or five matches. um, so giving more women the opportunity to showcase
Hmm.
and potentially attract fans to their wrestling, to their characters, and to make them care more about them, I think like it's a net positive.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the idea of evolution as a pay-per-view is a positive thing, like showcasing as many of your vast women's talent, and they have good wrestlers in their division as well,
Hmm.
like both in-ring, mic, all of it, the full package.
Yeah.
But I think we both have a but in this. For me, it's very clear they are okay, the first thing I'll say is they're doing it just because they want to pop a rating and take viewers away from the AEW show that weekend.
Mm,
And I feel like that is a disservice to the women, basically using them as like fodder. And I don't like that.
sure. That makes sense. Yeah. That I don't pay attention to
Mhm.
other shows, so I didn't even know AEW had a similar their own
It,
show.
it's like their SummerSlam.
Okay. Yeah. My issue is that while I think the idea of an all women's PLE is good, to me, especially well from the first one, and now we're getting one like I think it's like 6, 7 years later.
Yeah.
Um, it really just feels like they are doing superficial representation, and representation's huge for me, and I think representation
Yeah.
is important whether you're talking about women or people of color or the LGBTQ community, particularly in wrestling, where all of those communities, all those people have not been showcased as much as they should be. Um, but this feels like it's just to it's performative, I guess, for lack of a
Yeah.
better word. Which then the conversation is maybe it is, but if the end result is featuring more women,
Hmm.
is that a bad thing? But my issue is that it's almost a way for them to excuse them not featuring women more regularly and more consistently. For instance, their women's world champion, Io Sky.
Two defenses, maybe,
Yeah, since
maybe three,
Mania.
maybe three.
Yeah. Yeah, she had like two defenses, or she hasn't even been on a PLE since Mania.
Yeah, I wholly agree. I think a good, I think the AEW thing is like a side, like it's an additional thing they're doing. But
Yeah,
I do think it's like, oh, you want more women? Here's women. There you go.
right.
In 5 years' time, we'll do more women things.
Yeah,
It, yeah, it's like a checkbox.
right. Exactly. And it's so weird because I've seen, and this is just the internet, so take it for what you will, but I've seen so many people comment how the women's matches and the women's stuff has been the most engaging thing in
Hmm.
WWE for years now, you
Yeah,
know? And so for WWE to not recognize that people do want more women's wrestling and more women showcased on their shows, it's a big miss. It's a
hmm,
they're really fumbling here because they have an opportunity to make a whole lot more money.
yeah,
Like look at the arguably the biggest star in wrestling
yeah.
right now and has been for like two or so years, Rhea Ripley.
Dude, I know people who aren't wrestling fans who know Rhea Ripley, who follow Rhea Ripley on her socials. I
Hmm.
know it's because she is an attractive young woman,
Sure.
but also she like is a like if you're gonna make a wrestler, Rhea Ripley arguably is like a wrestler that you would be like, yeah, okay, great look, great in ring, great charisma. She is like your prototypical wrestler.
Yeah.
And like to just be like, all right, here you go, whatever. Here's Rhea Ripley and Io Sky because Io was like, yeah, man, let's fight. Uh, I think there's been no build, and I think, oh, okay, there's been build, but like it's very clear they were like, yeah, I guess we're gonna do a women's pay-per-view, go out and say some stuff.
Yeah.
And it like shows that I think you're right. They're doing this just to be like, yeah, here's a women's pay-per-view, I guess, guys. See how much we care about women.
Right. Yeah, because the proof is in the build or the limited build, and the
Hmm.
fact that their approach was, hey, in kayfabe, both women get to choose their challenge, both champions get to choose their challenger, as opposed to making it this thing of like, oh, we're putting on this show that's all women, but that still doesn't mean every woman gets a shot. So you have to
Yeah.
earn a title shot. You have to earn an opportunity against the best women in the company because
Hmm.
the women who hold the title are, that's the statement.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do, really. You didn't even have to make
Yeah.
this like deep-seated feud or something with people. You just had to be like, hey, limited spots. You gotta fight for and prove that you deserve to be on this show. Like, yeah, it's all women, but still gotta find your way onto the card.
Do you know what they should have done?
What?
A
Tournament?
tournament. Hey,
Yeah.
you guys should check out our video where we booked an IC title tournament, which you can find on a playlist down below or somewhere here, which I'll link. Uh,
If we were better prepared and you weren't on vacation than I wasn't sick, we should have done a women's
yeah.
tournament to book their build to evolution for them.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
that would have been a lot of fun. We can still
yeah,
do
that
it,
is,
but
yeah.
but yeah, and like I want to touch on your point about Rhea Ripley because you're like, yes, a lot of people know her because she's attractive and they see her
Hmm.
videos, but like that's the same thing with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
His whole appeal is that he was the man's man, right?
Yeah.
The 24-inch pythons, the did it all the bodybuilding stuff. Like
Hmm.
that was people saying, look how attractive and like appealing this
Yeah.
man is physically, whether it's like attractiveness or just whatever, you know, um, admiration for his physique.
Hmm.
But still, it's physical appeal. And hey,
Yeah.
if that gets more people to start watching, who cares then,
Hmm.
And like more women getting into wrestling and becoming
Yeah.
fans of wrestling, what is wrong with that? Why
Exactly.
would either of us complain? Why would anybody complain if you have more fans, especially for and like it's not even superficial though. Like yes, maybe
Mm.
that's how they initially
Yeah, of
find
course.
her and get pulled
Hmm.
in, but like once you watch Rhea perform, like there's no question Rhea, Bianca, Io, even people like Tiffany, Becky, like there's so
Hmm.
many women that you even mentioned. The roster is so
Yeah.
stacked right now. Roxanne is, really growing, and I've been a fan of her
Yeah.
for a while now. Funny enough, it took me a while to become a fan of Roxanne, but once I did, I was just like all
Yeah.
aboard. The point is though that like there's such a deep pool of
Hmm.
talent, um, and the fact that they aren't featuring them more, and most importantly, when I say feature, I don't just mean like putting them on screen. I mean like putting them in
Yeah.
meaningful segments and storylines,
Yeah.
right? I think I talked about this with you, and maybe I even said it on an episode, how I was annoyed when Becky came back to feud with Lyra,
Hmm.
um, because that's when they decided that the IC title
Hmm.
actually matters. Like Lyra's had the title for a few months before Becky
Yeah.
came, and they did nothing with her. Like no real story. She's just maybe fighting some people. But
Hmm.
oh, now we got Becky back, the one woman we actually care about other than Charlotte and Rhea. So now we're gonna make the title have a feud and a
Hmm.
story. And it's like it's so imbalanced.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I mean, two things. On the Becky thing, I think you're right. They actually are now telling a good story with it. Like, I mean, me and you don't really keep up too closely with the weekly stuff, but I do know like the Becky Bailey Lyra stuff is like the best women's feud going at the moment for WWE. And
Sure.
it is because like you've got three very talented wrestlers, and I think Lyra's coming into her own as a character as well,
Yeah,
which is good. And I think maybe putting it in there with the Becky and Baileys has helped.
absolutely.
And I will say I think their plans for this show did get thrown out the window. I think initially the entire show was supposed to be built around Liv versus Nikki Bella,
Mm,
and then Liv got injured in a match. But also, to our point that you have so much talent, why are you building your entire show around Nikki Bella? I mean, great, like bring in Nikki because
sure.
she is genuinely, like legitimately popular, and I
Yeah,
know people got into WWE through Total Bellas and Total Divas and stuff. So like,
right.
yeah, have her in a marquee match, but the fact that that match not happening, like through everything, and which in part led to your builds being yeah, I'm gonna challenge you because the script says so. It kind of was like, come on, guys, like you either like planned ahead and knew this was gonna because there was rumblings of this happening for ages,
Yeah.
or you guys were like, AEW show, let's put it on then.
I think it's more of just they didn't plan, right? Even though they
Mm,
knew it, they just didn't plan for it, which is
hmm.
very typical of WWE with the women, especially in general, but especially with the women, where you
Yeah,
will just see someone comes out, challenges the person, and
yeah.
then they have a match, and that's really it. Whereas, like, I mean, we talked about in the Build to Mania and everything, like, you
Hmm.
have two triple threats Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, this
Hmm.
this very personal feud with Paul Heyman tied in, with these three men intertwined through
Yeah,
different things. And then you have Io Sky, the champion, being treated like she's a third wheel in a feud
yeah.
between Rhea and Bianca. And that's the story you went down instead of like all three of these women are arguably the best women's
Hmm.
wrestler in the history of wrestling.
Yeah,
Let's fight it out to actually decide that. But it was this
yeah.
weird, they sort of did that, but it's never, not never, but a lot of the times it doesn't play out in a way that makes a lot of sense or is cohesive. It's just
Hmm.
kind of thrown together and not really given the focus it deserves.
Yeah. I agree. And I, I'm going to bring it back to one more business thing as well. Um, it's clear that not only did they not plan the storylines, but also they didn't plan like the logistics of the show. I think they're running it in the same place they are running Saturday night's main event, which is
Hmm.
the night before. There's an NXT show also the day before.
Oh no.
And I'm pretty sure there's a Beyonce concert in the same general area as the women's show.
Wow.
And so it's like this is the third show of the weekend, maybe fourth if SmackDown is there as well. I don't know. Maybe it's
Sure.
not. But it's at least your third show of the weekend. There's also a Beyonce concert in the same area running at the same time. And AEW SummerSlam is the day before as well. So it's like it does feel like they were like, yeah, we're gonna put on a women's card. I guess we have production in this area for, it's in Atlanta, isn't it? I think because where Goldberg is from.
I
Or at least that's
think
where Saturday
so.
night's main event is. Um, so it's like we're gonna be in Atlanta anyway, so let's just do it there. Instead of being like, at least the first one, I know it was done in response to Saudi Arabia and there not being women allowed there. But
Hmm.
at least then they were like, okay, let's make a really big deal out of this. The first a women's only pay-per-view, you know, I can't remember any of the matches. Um, we're
Becky
gonna go
versus
all out.
Charlotte was the one I
Okay,
remember because it was a really good
yeah,
match.
yeah. Um, and but this time it's like, yeah, we're in Atlanta. Let's put it on there. I guess we needed a pay-per-view for July because we moved SummerSlam to August. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that I did not know all that logistic stuff, so that's pretty
Hmm.
interesting.
It's not sold very well either.
Yeah, because they haven't
'Cause
done any, they haven't given you a
yeah,
reason to go
yeah,
see it. Like, this is the problem. They think like, oh, if we just put this match together, that alone will sell it, but made you've made it so that people care so little about most women unless they personally care. But the
yeah.
general audience doesn't care about most of the women, right?
Hmm.
Rhea, Becky, Bianca, to a lesser degree, probably Io, you
Hmm.
know, Tiffany to a similar degree, like, and that's mostly it, I would
Yeah.
argue. Maybe
Oh yeah.
Chelsea, but like that's Chelsea doing Chelsea. That's not the WWE really doing it. But
Hmm.
but the point is you give them so little reason to care. Like even I just read that apparently because of the injury for Liv Morgan,
Hmm.
they've just entered Nikki into a battle
Yeah.
royal.
Yeah. And
And
it's
I'm
like
like, you couldn't find anyone else to face Nikki Bella?
Chelsea was like doing stuff on social media to try and set it up. She was throwing shade at Nikki, and I was like, perfect. You get Nikki a good win over Chelsea. Chelsea can probably I don't know the last time Nikki Bella wrestled. I'm pretty sure she had a match in the last. She was in the Rumble, I think,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
She
So
did have a
like,
match somewhat. Was it the Rumble? Maybe it was the Rumble, yeah.
yeah, but I know she
Yes, it
had
was
a match.
Rumble.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have Chelsea carry her to a serviceable match, but instead you're probably gonna have her win the Battle Royal, which I think is for a title shot. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like if you were gonna build
Gosh, I
the entire
hope
show,
not.
if you want to build the entire show about Nikki Bella, like you can still find someone else to substitute for Liv. You know, if you were going
Yeah.
to put in a tag match, you still could have found someone to substitute for Liv.
Yeah. Yeah. Chelsea would have been a great option, actually.
Yeah,
And then you could even do like, I don't care for the Bellas, but people do. You could even do a Brie return because of the Hervis causing issues. So
exactly.
she returns, she saves her sister. They
Yeah,
celebrate, they send the crowd home, or not send them home happy, but they give the crowd a
yeah,
fun moment. We get to
exactly.
hear Primo.
Primo.
Yeah, that's so silly. Well, yeah, Chelsea's right there. That's so bad.
Yeah, I don't get
That's
it.
like,
And
how did
it,
you not have options in your mind? Like, okay, we
yes,
want Nikki Bella to wrestle someone, right?
yeah,
And you gotta, I would be sitting like, oh, who are the top three people I'd want to wrestle?
yeah.
And now, okay, number one for whatever reason is Liv Morgan, which I don't get
Mhm.
that matchup at all, to be honest.
I, I don't either
It
because
it
it's clear they're trying to turn Liv face anyway. So I don't get why.
I don't know. It feels like such a weird matchup.
Yeah,
Like even when I heard it, I was like, I don't
she's
what?
popular.
Yeah. And
Like,
like I get that, but I just there's nothing about their personalities or their styles really
Mm,
like connect to in my mind. So I'm just like,
yeah.
oh, what's the thing, other than
Yeah.
like one of them like the kayfabe stuff of like, oh, she comes out and trash talks her, but like
Mm,
there's usually something, right? Like
yeah.
Tiffany, everybody's saying like, oh, you are the next Charlotte, or you're trying to be like Charlotte. It's like, okay, that
Mm,
makes sense. Charlotte and Trish, two of the greatest women. Like these
yeah. Yeah.
generational matches, there's some connective tissue.
Yeah.
Even I guess Tiffany and Trish, though, why we didn't go back to Alexa versus Trish, I don't know.
Because
Um,
because they were like, oh, we're not selling any tickets. Trish, come please.
no, but I'm saying at the first Evolution, we were supposed to get Alexa versus Trish.
Oh, well, are we?
Maybe it wasn't Evolution, maybe it was SummerSlam, but we
Mm-hmm.
were supposed to get Alexa versus Trish
Mm-hmm.
because they have a lot of similarities and parallels and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I was like, why didn't we just revisit that instead of having Trish fight Tiffany for the title?
because they have to use Alexa to get Charlotte over, which is
Yeah.
what they're doing.
But you could have put Trish and Charlotte in a tag match then. Like, I think
Yeah,
that would have been just as, or sorry, not Trish and Charlotte. I don't know. You could have put Charlotte with someone else. Nikki. You
yeah,
could have put Charlotte with Nikki. I don't know. I'm throwing things out there just because it doesn't. None of it
yeah.
makes sense.
It is, and it's also really annoying because I obviously I watch wrestling outside WWE. Joshi wrestling, so Japanese women's wrestling, which is just it's just women. It is like it's like crack. People watch it once and they're like, I need to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
And WWE they have the caliber of wrestlers to do that. Like, if you, because Joshi wrestling also is like really emotional, like promos and character work as well. Like, you also have women who can do that. You just have to let them go.
Yeah.
And, but because WWE treats the women like an afterthought, and AEW does the same thing as well. Like, it's not just a WWE thing.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's just them. It's a society thing, to be honest, if we want to really
Right.
get into the sociology of this.
Yeah.
Um, but you can just all you had to do was for like 2 months beforehand, just let the women go on it, give them more segments. The men, give Seth Rollins a 5 minute promo instead of a 20-minute promo. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't have Sammy fight Braun Breaker 4 times.
Oh my God.
Have John Cena cut less promos.
Yeah.
But no, they were just like, go on then, ladies, have some matches.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying. When they care specifically about a certain wrestler,
Hmm.
they will do everything, right? And that's why I go back to this whole Becky return to
Yeah,
feud with Lyra, because I'm like, why can't you do that with anybody else? Like,
yeah,
okay, I love that Becky and Lyra are getting mic time, they're getting
hmm,
segments. When Ivy Nile was feuding with Lyra, why can't they get segments, right?
yeah,
Doesn't have to be the same level, right? Because these
hmm,
are two, like Ivy's a lower card, lower on the card,
yeah,
but she can still just 5 minutes in the ring.
yeah,
And Ivy expressing how like she's stronger and quicker and better than
yeah,
Lyra, and then like beats her down, holds up the title. At least just let her showcase because she's pretty strong and talented.
yeah,
Like she's pretty impressive physically and athletically. So let her just show some of that off. And we're
yeah,
like, oh shoot, someone that I should probably pay more attention to, you
yeah,
know? But they just don't unless it's someone they care about. And so same with the Nikki Bella thing. Like she's getting this whole thing with Liv Morgan. I'm like, why couldn't Chelsea Green get something like that? I mean, she gets
yeah,
some stuff, but you
yeah,
know,
of course.
you know what I mean? Like, or one of the biggest kind of complaints people had recently is Zelina Vega holding the US title.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, she didn't have a great reign, but it's because they didn't do anything with her.
And guess what? Julia's not on the card.
Yeah,
Maybe she's going to be on Saturday Night Main Event. That's in 3 days' time. Maybe they'll book something on the Friday.
probably, but
But
why wouldn't you just like and to what you were talking about, I think you were potentially hinting at they should have done Io versus Asuka at Evolution. Um,
yeah,
because
it made the
it makes
story was
sense.
there.
The story's there. Apparently, there was a segment like 2 weeks ago where Io
Yeah,
said she wanted to face Asuka.
li 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 literally they telegraphed it. They were like, Oscar, because she was in Oscar and Jade were doing the Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring got EO at SummerSlam.
Right.
Literally, Oscar's cutting a promo. EO comes in, all happy, like, "Oh yeah, Oscar, I wanna face you," and then Oscar's like, "You're not ready for me," basically, and like it's like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
let's go," and then they were like, "No, Oscar, get back in the tag team with Kyrie," and I love Kyrie, she's my girl,
Yeah.
but what do you mean? You set it up.
And also, like, because you clearly do not care about this PLE, you should have just done this match.
Yeah.
Because like SummerSlam, I get you're gonna want to put on the more like spectacle matches or with the wrestlers that are, have the name and whatever, the superstar appeal.
Hmm.
So just do give the wrestling fans what they want at this PLE that you
Yeah.
clearly don't care about anyway. That way, I wouldn't even have cared if there's no story. If all you told me was Io is facing Asuka and
Yeah.
that one segment is all we got, I would be like, I don't care, dude.
That one
Like,
segment is still more build than they did for the Rhea EO match,
right.
where it, EO's like, Rhea, I want to face you. Why? I don't know. You're good. And it's like,
But
but you.
it's also so simple. That one segment, right? The backstage segment. Then the next week you get two individual like vignettes, one from Io,
Mm,
one from Asuka about their careers and about
mm-hmm.
wrestling and all that stuff. It's awesome. They speak in Japanese, they have the translations and everything. And then the week before, all you do is a tale of the tape promo.
Yeah,
Like Io has this many titles, Asuka's done this, she's won this. You'll just go through their careers and just highlight all their amazing feats. You don't even have to have them show up on TV. You just literally have to do these promo packages, and like the crowd, I think would be sold on it.
and even if you wanted to tell a story, this is basically booking. Literally, you had Asuka being like, "You're not ready for me." Asuka loses to Jade. And then Io's like, "Oh, you know what, Asuka? I'm gonna give you a match anyway." And this upsets Asuka, being like, "I'm not," it kind of like they did with Kevin Owens and Cody, I think earlier this year. It's like, "What do you mean you're just gonna hand me the match? I don't want to just be handed a match." Asuka's angry. Io's like, "I just want to face my mate." It's the same story as the Kevin Owens
Yeah,
Cody thing, and it worked. It'll work here.
yeah.
And it's just like,
And then
no,
you, and
just
then like
give Rhea the match.
don't turn either of them heel, but have them get heated, and then you throw
Mm,
Kyrie in there, and it's like, oh
yeah.
shoot, all this drama. It's a great
Kyrie's just like,
drama.
Ash, no, guys.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Like they're in each other's faces. Maybe Asuka accidentally hits the mist on Io when she was
Yeah.
trying to get someone else, and
Yeah.
the typical WWE stuff of like, oh, the friends start having tension,
Yeah.
but it would, like you said, it would have hit like crack. It would have been so
Yeah,
good.
literally. And I was just
And then
like,
just let them go. Again,
yes.
this is a PLE that you don't care about. So just let them go for 15 minutes with some of the most hard-hitting wrestling that you would
Yeah.
ever see.
Yes, literally. Like it's like like the 90s when they let Aja Kong come and wrestle, where she would just beat the hell out of the women because she did strong style in Japan. Just let them do this. And guess what? You steal the whole weekend at that point.
Yeah,
Everyone will be talking about Asuka versus Io in this like Tokyo Dome Kurikan Hall match, and no one's going to be talking about Hangman Page saving AEW from the terrorist known as Jonathan Moxley. Like,
what is that? I don't even want to know what that. That sounds like a weird story, but all right. Yeah, I just think the
yeah,
biggest thing is like again, and like you and I are both people that want representation and believe representation is
Hmm.
good, but it has to be done right. And you do that right by actually giving meaning to the stories and the characters and the on-screen action, and not just saying like, "Hey, look, a bunch of women."
This purely feels like when HR comes up to you and is like, "Do you want to do a photo shoot for the company?"
Yeah.
And then you do it, and you're just all over the like brochures. Happened to me actually.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what it's definitely like, and it's what WWE has done for a long time now,
Mm.
and like that's not to say I'm not glad they've made changes, but
Yeah.
they've made genuine strides in how they feature the women, and they like just really let them wrestle. But there's always room for improvement, and they're still stuck in this like weird thing of putting the women on TV that is enough versus
Yeah.
actually giving them time and focus and care to the characters, because I don't know, but it's the characters that make people buy tickets. And if they don't care
Hmm.
about the characters, then yeah, you're going to get people who don't react to things.
And I don't know if WWE are gonna, if they're, savvy enough to know it's their own fault that this show isn't selling. They're probably not, and they're probably
I
gonna be
doubt it.
like, "Well, no one came to come watch the show. No one cares about women's wrestling.
Those darn
Let's just put
women.
let's put Logan Paul in the ring again."
Yeah, clearly women don't sell.
Yeah, and it's like, you son of a you
Yeah.
you bowled
They're
forward Triple H.
they're definitely going to take the wrong lesson from
Yeah.
this, which is, it should be, first of all, don't book three shows in one area,
Yeah.
and on the same weekend as another big show for another
Yeah.
promotion. Um, but no, they're gonna take it as like, oh yeah, the women just don't draw, other than Rhea and Becky and
Yeah.
Charlotte, which I don't even believe Charlotte does draw, but in their minds she does.
She's in the tag match anyway. She's not even like she's in I
Yeah,
think a tag team fatal four way.
for the titles,
Yeah,
which
which is it's all just to further the Liv Morgan storyline.
probably. Do you think? Do you think they win?
Yeah, they win, so then it builds the tension and Judgment Day when Liv comes back.
Sorry, who do you think wins?
Oh, I'm sorry, Raquel and
Okay,
Roxanne.
yeah,
So then
yeah.
Raquel is like, "Oh, Roxanne, you're great," and then they do the whole thing where Liv comes back and she's basically been kicked out.
I definitely can see that, and it would be a good
Mm.
storyline.
Mm.
I always fear when Charlotte's in a title match that she's gonna win it though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, get something on Alexa as well.
But I have been reading like people's comments about it, and they've been saying that the way they're portraying her with Alexa has been a bit of a change of pace. I don't know,
Yeah,
obviously, but
yeah. From what I've been reading, is it's like working to get Charlotte over. Because I believe the plan was to bring Charlotte back as a face,
yeah,
and then whoever does the segment was like, "Do you know what will really get her over? Portraying her as like bourgeois when the American economy is failing. That's surely will work."
yeah, and just pretty much doing the same thing she has been doing, which is
Yeah,
she is great, she is the queen. Like
yeah,
that's really gonna get people, and then just automatically win the Rumble. Yeah, it's really gonna get
yeah,
people on her
yeah,
side.
exactly. But I think putting her with Alexa, they were like, "Oh, we've grounded her character and are telling very human stories, and for some reason it's working."
And it's sad that, I mean, I'm glad they're hopefully doing something with this, but like it's taken you so long to do anything with the. It's taken you the whole year to do something with Alexa. She returned at the
Hmm.
Rumble, and you haven't done
Yeah,
anything with her since.
yeah.
Roxanne and Julia and Stephanie have gotten more story than Alexa.
Stephanie, who hasn't been on Raw for like 3 weeks and turned up on NXT apparently yesterday.
Even Stephanie would have been a good option for EO. Like, oh, we didn't finish the match. Let's finish the
Yeah,
match. And who cares if
yeah.
she takes a loss? Like, losses don't matter that
Mm.
much, right? It just gives Stephanie something to like work towards.
Yeah.
And like it establishes EO as like, no, I am the top person right now. but you're next. You're coming up, right? Like it could very much be
Mm,
that statement of like really highlighting like that Stephanie is the future, but Io is the present,
yeah.
and they just have a good, clean, fun Joshi lucha
Yeah.
match.
But instead, Triple H is like, I find it funny that you guys are criticizing my booking. Did you guys love when I did that Katie Vick segment? It was hilarious.
You know what? I just thought you could have put Rhea against Nikki. They're two very different personalities and
Yeah,
styles. And Nikki could be like, well, I'm the one who really elevated women's wrestling, da, da, da.
yeah,
And Rhea could be like, well, I took the business to a whole new level and I didn't need, whatever else. Like there's definitely the clash of like
yeah,
personalities and everything. And because you need to have Rhea on the card, right? You need to
yeah,
feature Rhea.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, so if we're not putting her in the title match, how do we feature her? I was like, actually,
Mm,
her versus Nikki could be really good of like past versus present,
mm,
and like they're such different. Like Rhea's this goth, woman, and she's
yeah,
way more. I mean, but they're both strong, kind of like Nikki's been portrayed as quite a strong person. She is, but like
yeah,
I'm just saying, so there's similarities, but there's like a good kind of contrast there.
yeah. I think my only qualm with that match would be from like a wrestling perspective.
Sure,
I feel like Rhea's way too good for
sure,
Nikki. Like, uh, uh, and I think that because they're both quite tall, I
yeah,
feel like, um, and I feel like at least with Liv, it was like it wouldn't have been a super physical match either because Rhea's a very physical wrestler,
sure,
and I don't know if Nikki is the one with the neck issues as well.
yeah.
One of the Bellas has neck issues, so I thought maybe they were like Liv doesn't do any like slams or anything, so maybe that's why they paired her with Liv.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just think that could be
But
part of
from
the
a purely
story.
booking perspective, yeah, from a story perspective, that's like a great match. And also, you don't have to put Rhea in the title match.
Right. But I'm just saying, even in ring, that could be the story that like
Yeah,
Rhea
oh
is
yeah.
clearly the superior wrestler. So she's like
Mm,
beating down Nikki, but obviously Nikki comes back, gets her shots in,
yeah.
impresses Rhea, kind of like surprises her with some moves here or there. And it's like, that's the story of like, okay, it's literally the evolution of women's wrestling of like we went from Nikki
Uh-huh.
Bella to now people like Rhea Ripley who can like Nikki can wrestle, but Rhea can go, you
Yeah.
know? And ultimately, like I mean, I would say Rhea wins as a statement of like, look at the progression, but
Hmm.
maybe that's the other reason they didn't want to do that is because Nikki would have to lose.
Yeah, I think the point is to get Nikki a win. I think maybe she's got a few dates booked,
So
and they're gonna put
silly.
it in like SummerSlam's 2 nights. She'll have a title match.
Okay. Well, yeah, she
Maybe
wins
she'll.
the. Oh no, because that's a Clash of Paris. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think overall we feel like evolution as an idea, good idea. Good points, WWE.
sure.
WWE booking evolution. Bad points, WWE. Why don't you care?
Yeah, yeah. I think we definitely agree that it's a good concept. It has merit and value. Uh, but WWE treats it unsurprisingly
Yeah.
less than even its other B pay-per-views.
Yeah.
The same way it uh doesn't prioritize the same way the company doesn't prioritize women on regular PLEs,
Mhm.
it doesn't prioritize the women's PLE in comparison to whatever was Night of Champions or whatever.
Uh, But you guys let us know in the comments down below what you guys think of evolution. Do you guys agree with us that WWE has been just not treating the booking of this very well? Do you think we're just, we're just women haters who hate that women are getting their own pay-per-view? Let us know
Or
about that. Oh,
or are
oh,
we virtue
woke
signaling soy
liberals.
boys? Are we woke virtue signaling soy boys, beta males who are giving too much praise to the women? This is a leftist podcast. So
No, where can the people find you to call you a soy boy?
Yeah, so direct all your male feminist vitriol at Nav the Poet, NAV the Poet on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. What about you,
Uh,
Sully?
you can call me a beta cuck on at kayfabe crimes. That's crimes with a K. Everywhere, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can find us collectively at the Big Pop underscore pod on Instagram and TikTok, and at Big Pop Podcast here on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Until next time, stay woke.